What is up, guys? Welcome to the video. Today I have some gameplay for you. So I managed to get some footage from locals play. This was just a fun game. It is a Dende mirror of sorts. It's Traitor Dende versus AoD Dende. Traitor Dende is being run by Anthony, who is of course part of the KTM Europe team, and the AoD is being run by Brad, who made top 16 at Euros and also top 4 the recent LPG 7-star. So we'll jump straight into it. They've already set up. Apologies for the slightly shaky cam. I didn't have my tripod with me, unfortunately, and so I sort of stood up and held the camera. Hopefully it's not too bad. But yeah, so they've just started off. Brad there charging the Babidi. He is playing AoD Dende, which I think is it's a powerful deck, very explosive, but it does have consistency issues. I think it loses to itself, and yeah, you never want to see the secret rare in your hand. So there you go. First off, searching 2 balls. And got I think it was a 1-star ball. Yep, there we go, the 1-star ball. Draw 1 and pitch 1. Your opponent pitches 1, and so they're pitching his own 1-star ball. Of course, both of these are wish leaders, and both of them burst 2 before searching for 2 balls from deck or life. Anthony there playing the Traitor Dende deck, which I think is I think it's a really good deck actually. Even in this format, it can do quite well. There are some problem matchups, of course, with every deck currently, but I do think that it's maybe a bit of a sleeper. I don't think too many people are playing it, and I don't think many people were playing it last format either, actually. But it did consistently do well. So charging 7-drop there and playing the Tagoma just to get more balls and to get the revival as well. So Brad, they're playing the 2-drop Boo. That is the new one from, I believe it's from, I'm not sure if it's Anniversary Box or the new set. So basically the Boo, it minuses 5k of something on the board when it comes out, and also it's just a target for assembling the squad. So get a Boo on board so you can move up the chain. Brad, they're taking another ball there. I think he's had 2 in life so far, which is quite unlucky. Not what you want to see from a Shenron deck. Playing the Super Dragon Ball here, and we were actually chatting in this game. He doesn't really like the Super Dragon Ball in this deck. It just doesn't seem to do too much for him, and it's weird because in AoD Dende you don't want to draw too much. See there, he's pitching the secret red because he drew into it, and of course you always want to draw cards, but in this particular deck, perhaps getting the secret rare isn't that great. Pitching the 5-drop as well, so that's pretty interesting. Maybe he has another in hand, or maybe he has a Bulma to put it back in deck as well. Anthony bursting off the Occupation of Evil and the surprise attack, and also another ball from life, so both of them having balls in life this game. And of course Dende going first does give it the advantage because it gets to that kill turn a bit earlier. If he gets the correct mills off, then that secret rare dropping down will be very dangerous for Anthony indeed. Taps 2 for the revival. Playing Clan of Terror. Oh no, that's not Clan of Terror, that is I've forgotten what it's called. It's the dual attack double strike 15k. So going in, leaving Brad, who is on 5 life at the moment, with we'll see whether he goes down to 3 off this attack. So it looks like he's going to combo out. Yep, he does. Drops the Dabura and the Babidi. So going into turn 3. This is just a friendly, but both of them are pretty competitive players, so taking time, making sure they make the correct plays. Charges the quick shift boo. This of course lets him fix his hand as well, and another ball in life. So he does go down to 4. I think that was 3 balls in life, so extremely unlucky there. Definitely not what you want to see playing a Shenron deck. So I believe he has 7 now, and he can wish. Just checking there. I think he was slightly confused because of the ult art on the 1-star and the Super Dragon Ball as well. Adding the assembling squad back. And I'm probably going to play it for free. Yep, to get the 2-drop Boo out, which will neg 5k on the Tagoma and kill it. This is actually the first time he said he's ever done this, that he's ever gotten value off this card being played. Usually it's just to have the Boo out on the board. So he does have the Dangerous Journey Bulma to take the Secret Rare and the 5-drop back to deck. The Dabura as well. So here he hopes that he doesn't draw into the Secret Rare, which would be extremely unlucky indeed. But being an AoD player, these things happen. Especially against something like Janemba as well, where you're drawing and they're milling you. The Secret Rare can often get hit into the drop or into your hand quite often, and that is quite annoying. So going into the 5-drop now. Just checking his drop for a lot of AoDs in there. Swing with the Bulma. Probably just combo up. Yep, combo up a couple more AoDs just to load up his drop. And Anthony comboing out there. So there we have the Absorb the Babidi and going into the Secret Rare. Anthony is on quite high life at this point. I think he's on 6. So we've got a Vegeta, we've got 1 Slug. So that's 2 Slugs and 2 Bojacks. So Anthony will need to pitch 2 cards from hand, and then the Mecha Frieza gets KO'd as well. So very strong turn here. Anthony pitching the Restrain and the Surprise Attack. Of course, neither of those are helpful to him right now. Just taking that 20k crit straight off. He is on quite high life, so he can afford to take these. He does, however, need to stop the Secret Rare swing. So just snap taking these at the moment. Brad has a sizable hand at the moment, so he can combo, and hopefully he will be able to survive if this doesn't go through. I would expect Anthony to have Time Magic. Brad pretty much knows this as well. So going in, there we go, there's the Time Magic, and to pin the Boo. Got 3 more 20k swings. but he's not able to kill Anthony this turn. He is probably contemplating whether to give him more cards. I don't think they're crit, no. So he does go in for all of them. And he probably can stop this, but chooses not to. Brad is still on 4, so it remains to be seen how much damage Anthony can do this turn. So bursting off the Cloud of Terror and the Fu. He hasn't wished yet, so he will get the super combo back if that's in his drop, and then he will be able to use a free revival as well. So taking that last ball, plays revival for 2, and there's not really anything he wants to play right now. Maybe you don't want to play the bomber because that gets in the draw. The 5 drop I guess is not very useful at this point. It's just combo power. He probably needs to go in for the kill this turn anyway. So Takoma comes down, draws him a card, plays the Dragon Ball. He can wish at this point. Does he have a super combo and drop? I don't think he does. He's still got a free revival to play. Whether he decides to go into that or whether he can go into the 7 actually. 2 Dragon Balls off radar. So revival into occupation, possibly. Right, okay, into the returning terror, I believe it's called. So he'll pitch 1 and he will KO 2 rest mode cards. Swinging in for 15k double. That's 20. 25 double. Brad just checking what the 7 drop does. It probably would have won Anthony the game if he could set that up, but he wasn't able to, unfortunately. But still, he's got this swing at 25 double. He has the mecha, he has the kind of terror swing, and then he's got another returning terror swing as well. So 15 double into Brad. He'll take that, and 20 in. Anthony, of course, pretty much knows how much combo there is. So 20, 30, 40, and that is game. That is game for Anthony. So, yeah, as I said, Traitor Dende seems to be a pretty good deck right now. AoD perhaps not doing too much, but there have been a couple of them in the meta report so far. And of course, AoD tends to lose to itself. But Brad did manage to get it all off on turn 3. So again, a very explosive deck, and if you aren't too careful with your life against that deck, then you can quite easily just be killed on turn 3. The only issue was Anti was on quite a high life, and his deck is actually able to stay on quite high life as well throughout the game. So perhaps not too great of a matchup for the AoD there. But anyway, that is it. Hopefully I will be able to bring you more gameplay videos. It's just difficult to get to film them. But I will try and film something every time I get to go to the locals, and then bring you guys some commentary and just some different content apart from meta report and deck lists. So hope you enjoyed that. Please leave a like on the video if you did. Leave your comments below. Do you think these decks are good? What sort of decks, what sort of gameplay would you like to see in the future? And yeah, just leave your comments below. Remember to sub for more content, and I will see you guys next time.